think we all have something in our lives that represents a lot of different emotions for us, and this is it for me. This is a sugar skull that I painted while I was interning at an early childhood education center. The skull represents tradition, family, and since I painted it with my class, also my career. I'm an early childhood education major, so being able to share my love for culture and with what I love to do was pretty great, and it was something that the kids really enjoyed. Sugar skulls, or better known as calaveras, are used in celebration of the Day of the Dead. On that day, it's a Mexican tradition to celebrate with friends and family and celebrate the lives of those that have passed. On November 2nd, families create special altars for the deceased that have sugar skulled pictures and their favorite foods, which we made every year. Growing up, my mom wasn't a big fan of celebrating this day, but my grandmother was. So it became a tradition for my sisters and I to go over to her house and create an altar together. What I loved the most was painting the skulls. My grandmother would have us make clay skulls or paint wooden skulls like this one, or sometimes even let us make some out of candy. Getting together with my grandma, reminiscing about family and friends that have passed, was something that I looked forward to doing every year. It was one of the first traditions that my family started, so I think it's what started my love for arts and crafts. The altars that people put together for the deceased are very colorful, and they're filled with objects that hold a lot of memories for us and for those that have passed. Putting it together was definitely my favorite part, because my grandmother let us do whatever we wanted with it. We made paper cutouts sometimes, and we made lanterns and different types of colorful sugar skulls, and when we didn't have something that reminded us of the person that passed, she would let us draw it and add it to the altar, so it made it a really memorable experience. Sadly, 2 years ago, my grandmother passed away, so it became a tradition that my sisters and I decided to carry on together. Family is very important to me, so being able to do this and now being able to do it for my grandmother made it even more special. This year I was able to share this tradition with the kids that I work with. I found these wooden sugar skulls and I took them in, and with a lot of different color paint and little knickknacks that they could glue on. And as we sat together, I explained to them the tradition that my sisters and I had with my grandmother, and it became a whole lesson. So it turned out to be a lot of fun. So now this sugar skull and every other sugar skull that I have held on to since I was a little girl will always hold special memory for me, and it will always continue. And I will always continue to share this tradition with friends, family, and now my students. Thank you.